He drove up in a Benz or whatever. You know, so you're saying something, but you're doing something different. And putting those emotions out, that's what you're getting back. And it's like a boomerang. Whatever you put out, you get back. The universe is going to deliver how you thinking and how you really are putting it out there. Am I right?
That's powerful.
No doubt.
All right, Frank Ski, I don't really listen to B103 a lot, but Frank Ski said something a couple of months ago that stuck in my mind like you wouldn't believe. He said that the reason why women are having issues with men in relationships is because they don't have anything going for themselves. And at first when I heard it, I was like, oh, I was so upset. And then it made me realize he's true. You know, I'm an older lady now, you know, I'm in my 40s. And I remember back when I was younger, you know, your parents teach you that, you know, when you finish college, you get you a good man. And, you know, you think you want the picket fence and that's how life is going to be. But it's not until you get older that you realize that most women don't have. Women that are watching, I'm so sorry. But a lot of you don't have anything going for yourself. I know right now, you know, this show, this is my life. Okay. You know, so I got so much going on, but there were so many years in my life that I'm guilty. My only concern was my man. Where's my man? When is my man coming over? What are we going to do? Men don't look at things like that. You
so
know.
What makes you think it's going to be different for somebody that's in their 20s now? You know what I mean? And when you talk about coming from a male's perspective, you know, on my show a few weeks ago, we talked about, you remember Coming to America, where the woman was raised up for her prince, right? He wasn't raised for her, she was raised for him.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to look at the mindset, the psyche of, you're taught to the Cinderella story.
We are.
You know, you grow up and you have that one man to picket fence the children, and that's what you have in a good career. However, we're not taught that, and that's what I think that really needs to be taught. I think if, you know, if I have a son, he really needs to be taught things.
That's right.
Things need to be installed in him in order for him to notice. If you have thousands of women running around, you know, you can't say, well, why does a man cheat?
That's
like
true.
he said, he's not in love with her, actually. You know what I mean? And everyone needs companionship. It's about companionship.
I agree with that.
Let me say this. First of all, I love women. And I don't mean it in a frisky way. I mean, I actually adore the entire sense of a woman. But the problem is, until I can meet a woman that loves herself and understand that I love myself, and we're trying to meet and make something together, then it's going to keep repeating itself. The problem is going to keep repeating itself. She's unhappy with where she's at in life. I'm unhappy with where I'm at in life. By the time I achieve my happiness, if she's not there with me, and I don't mean doing the same thing that makes me happy. I mean, she's doing the same thing that makes her happy. We're bringing all that happy to the house. Come on now. You grow old with people like that.
And I got another question. I was thinking about, you know, I went to an all-white high school.
Okay.
I didn't really have any black friends till I moved to Atlanta. And I will say it's such a difference. Growing up with white people, and I hate to say that, but when they are raised that when they get out of high school, they get married. There's something about them that they know that when they get out of high school, when they meet their man in high school, during college, they're already married.
Right.
Black people, I know friends that are 35, 40, 50 years old, still don't have a husband. Why is it? Why? What's going on?
They might consult that. I don't know.
What is it? I mean, but and it's not something that they're teaching their kids. It's just something that they know. That's just
girls 24, 26 years old that are Caucasian are married.
Are married.
The sister's not getting married to maybe 35, 40. They're not even, actually not even married.
Not even married. I have girlfriends that are in their late 40s like me, have never had children. What are we doing wrong?
Well, for one thing, I can't speak for any other race, but for the black man, we're slow to marry, period.
Okay.
If we do marry, it's because of a few things. One, we're either being pressured by our family members or a girl. Or two, we feel like this is the lady who we're going to grow old with. And believe me, most men want to be faithful. Just forget all of this about we're all dogs. We don't want to be. We learned how to be.
Whew, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. So, I mean, really, we could really get, I love the fact that you're doing this topic, and I hope everybody pay close attention to what everybody's saying. And I do respect the opinion of what a female has to say, but if she's not hearing what I'm trying to say, we're not communicating, and we're not dialoguing.
You're talking at each other. You're not talking, you're not communicating. And that's the one thing I found, where, you're talking at me. If you're not going to take the time to learn how to communicate, you understand, it ain't going to happen. You know, you just coming up a brick wall, you know, because you're talking at me opposed to talking to me.
But a lot of people don't, you know, it sounds like it's so easy, but learning how to communicate is very hard. Where do we go? How do we start? What can we do?
This is how you start.
Right.
Well, listen to what we're doing here. You are female.
Yes,
we're
I am.
males. These are two different perspectives. You're asking us, and we're telling you, and you're listening. Your audience is listening, and it's like once a female has been made to sit down, I don't mean physically.
Yeah.
Something made her sit down and listen. Amazing things happen.
As they say, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear.
Oh my!
You know what I'm saying?
I got the clap on that one, okay?
It comes out, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when that time is there, it's on.
Yeah.
You know, and once again, I'm like Matthew. You know, we want to be married. We don't want to be unfaithful. But when we know that that's not going to be it, then at that point we you know, we're not even there anymore.
Right.
We're not there anymore. So.
All right, another thing I want to say, we already talked about, anybody can get a man. How do you keep a man? What keeps you guys?
What
keeps you guys?
I'll tell you what keeps me. I'm a mama's boy, and I tell America that. I love my mom. My mom loves me, and don't care who see it.
Okay.
Okay? If I had a woman that felt that way, wow. I mean, I have women who can play that role, and they can play it for years because they are interested in what I could do for them, or the companionship. I mean, the relationship was worth enough to put on an act to keep me around. But my mom gave birth to me after 9 months. She loved me for 9 months before she ever saw my face. All right? That kind of love is what they're competing with.
Well, then, hey, I can't win then. That's the case. I can't win because I can't compete with your mama.
No,
Okay.
It's not about competing with my mom, but it's about understanding what's so difficult about me. Why is he so difficult? Why this, why that? If I'm asking you questions about you and you're not telling me, if I say, baby, what's wrong? I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to connect to you. Baby, what's wrong? I see something's wrong. Because our job is to protect and secure. And we try to do that by going to work and providing a home. Okay, so if you're having a bad day and you holding all this information and you share it with your girlfriend or you share it with a family member, I just got pushed back.
All right, I got something to say about mama's boys. Not trying to knock a mama's boy, but that's for a woman, that's a turn off.
Okay.
When you get to be a certain age in life, I want you to put me first, not your mama.
Right.
I don't think he was saying that like
All
that.
right.
You know, a mama's boy like that. You know what I mean? I think
break it
that if
down
you
for
love
me.
if you love your mother,
Yeah.
that means you'll love that woman. But once again, you have to realize that that's his perspective. He's not saying he just crawl up under his mama. You know what I mean? But just I love my mother so much that I need someone to be able to understand and to be able to feel me.
Right.
That's where the term you feel me. You know, not that you hear me, you feel me.
Right.
That means that you really, like, if I see that you're upset and I say, you know, what's the problem, and I gotta keep running after you. What's wrong? And, you know, we on two separate levels. You know, but for me, it's more so being a chameleon. You just need to know as a woman how to adjust your thinking with the type of man that you're with. And I give it to you. You guys were equipped to come here to do so many different things, more than us. You know, because you're mental, you're emotional. We're just the physical, like the hunter. You know, but once again, because you're equipped with so many things, then tune into your man, tune into that radio station, get his frequency, and learn how to adapt and adjust yourself into with his thinking. That's it.
All right, y'all, we got someone from the audience that has something to say. Your name is?
Hello, my name is Angela. And how are you? Good. Good. I agree and disagree with some of the things that you said. First of all, I'm in my late 40s and never been married, don't have any kids, and mostly have guy friends. I get, they all look at me as their little sister, so I do the guy advisory instead of the girlfriend advisory. But I heard you all say lots of times that black men or men are slow to marrying. And that brings me to what is it going to take for you all to commit? Because sometimes you can find a woman that have all those qualities, but then you run away. You play the Pepe Le Pew game.
All right, you go ahead.
All right, I believe in when in Rome, do what the Rome do, okay? black men have been accused of going outside the race like all of the time. So what I would do is figure out what in the world are those other races doing.